5 weirdest things nurses pulled out of patients, true hospital confessions. Disclaimer: this video contains real-life medical incidents that may be disturbing to some viewers. All names have been changed to protect the identity of those involved. Viewer discretion is advised. You think you've heard it all, until a man walks into an ER with stomach pain and nurses pull out a full-sized Barbie doll. And that's just the beginning. Welcome back to Hospital Whisperers, where we share the strangest, rawest, and most jaw-dropping stories from behind hospital walls. Subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and drop a comment with the weirdest medical story you've ever heard. Let's begin. Story 1, The Barbie Surprise. Nurse Tasha was on shift in a busy urban hospital in Michigan. Around 11:43 p.m., a man in his late 30s stumbled into the ER with a painful grimace. He was sweaty, shaky, and clutched his abdomen like something inside was tearing him apart. Tasha and her team rushed him in. Vitals were oddly normal, but an abdominal X-ray showed something long, rigid, with jointed limbs. "Is that a spine?" one resident asked. "No, that's plastic," Tasha replied. Her stomach dropped. 30 minutes later, after sedation and a careful manual procedure, a Barbie doll emerged, heels first. The room fell silent. Then, the man, dazed and embarrassed, admitted it was a bachelor party dare. No one judged him, but Nurse Tasha did say, "Next time, pick truth." She later journaled, "That was the night I questioned every toy commercial I'd ever seen." Story 2, The Buzzing Patient. In a California clinic, Nurse Diego was called into exam room 2 for a case labeled simply abdominal discomfort. The patient was a young woman, mid-20s, clearly embarrassed and barely speaking above a whisper. But the most bizarre part? As Diego entered, he heard it. A faint bzzzzzzzzzzzzzzzzzzz sound coming from the patient's midsection. Thinking it was a prank, he asked if she had her phone on vibrate. She said no. That's when the scan was ordered. Sure enough, an electric toothbrush, fully powered, lodged deep inside. During the procedure, it continued to hum until finally removed. The moment it hit the metal tray, it clattered loudly and stopped. The patient admitted she had attempted to use it as a massager, wrapped in a makeshift plastic sleeve, but lost control. The room was silent for several seconds. Diego later wrote in his notes, "If it buzzes, keep it out of your body." Story 3, The Keychain Mystery. Nurse Megan worked in a psychiatric ward where patients were often unpredictable but generally manageable. One patient, Sam, was a friendly 24-year-old with anxiety and obsessive behavior. He was known for constantly jingling his keys, his comfort item. One night, he began vomiting profusely. Megan rushed him to the emergency wing. A quick scan revealed something solid, metallic, and bulky in his stomach. What they extracted during endoscopy shocked everyone: a full keyring with 4 keys and a rubber duck keychain. When asked why, Sam replied with calm seriousness, "I thought someone would steal them. I had no pockets." Megan sat beside him after he stabilized and said gently, "Sam, no one can use your keys from inside your stomach." That night, all personal items were logged, and Megan learned that fear, in its rawest form, can make people do the strangest things. Story 4, The iPhone Incident. This one came from Nurse Ray, working in a correctional facility hospital unit. An inmate known for being unusually quiet requested medical help after refusing meals for 3 straight days. He stood stiff, unable to sit, barely able to speak. Ray ordered an X-ray. When the image appeared, everyone froze. A rectangular object with curved corners, a full iPhone 4. The patient had wrapped the device in several layers of cling film and attempted to smuggle it internally after a visit. Worse, the battery had swollen due to internal heat, putting him at severe risk. Surgery removed the device, cracked, damaged, and leaking. Ray said the inmate tried to laugh afterward. "Just wanted to text my girl." Ray shook his head. "Next time, try writing a letter, on paper." Story 5, The Snake in the Stomach. Deep in a rural Indian hospital, Nurse Priya faced something she would never forget. A 12-year-old boy was brought in unconscious. His mother sobbed, saying he'd collapsed after vomiting violently. Scans revealed a strange coiled mass in his stomach, no metal, no plastic, something organic. The doctors rushed for an emergency scope. What they saw shocked everyone: a live snake, just under a foot long, wriggling faintly in the boy's stomach lining. It was a non-venomous water snake. Somehow, while the boy slept on the ground by a riverbank, it slithered into his mouth, likely attracted by body warmth, and made its way inside. The snake didn't survive, but miraculously, the boy did. Nurse Priya wrote in her diary, "I've pulled many things from people, but nothing that hissed at me before it died. From plastic dolls and powered devices to living creatures and stolen tech, these stories remind us that in hospitals, truth really is stranger than fiction. Behind every strange X-ray, there's a nurse holding their breath, and probably saying, "Please, not another one." Which of these shocked you the most? Drop your reactions in the comments. Like this video if you want part 2. Subscribe for more mind-blowing medical stories from Hospital Whisperers.